Hi folks, just a little spiel regarding the future and what we're going to be doing, or at least some of the things that we're going to be doing, or at least some of the things some of us will be doing in the future. Because the Lord has plans for all of us, and they're all unique, and they're all can be considered general. There's a lot of stuff we'll be doing in the future. We'll be enjoying heaven, and we'll be enjoying the time on the earth during 1,000 years of peace, and then we'll be enjoying the universe in the age to come after the 1,000 years of peace. And that's basically what I would like to talk about right now. That most Christians, most people in Christendom right now, they have a hard time envisioning life in the future. They have a hard time envisioning life beyond today and tomorrow, or even next week. Let alone anything prophetic that takes place in the near future, the distant future, or even the far future. But anyway, for those of you who are listening, those of you who do have a prophetic sense, and those of you who do have a strong relationship with the Lord, this is basically what I'm going to be talking about. Is some of our duties for some of us, those of us who would like to. Basically what I'd like to be going through right now is a general overview of some of the events that we'll be doing and some of the events that will be happening to us, with us, for us, and through us during the time to come. Okay, let's get started. As you know, this is the general plan that I've seen for Earth. It starts off with Adam and Eve, and then it goes up to the flood. Right now we're in the age of grace. Pretty soon we'll be hitting the rapture and the tribulation. And then there's the 1,000 years of peace. And then the age to come after the 1,000 years of peace. But what I would like to talk about now is just going through some of the events that we'll be doing. Okay, first we're going to have the rapture, and then we'll all be going to heaven. And then eventually we'll have the wedding supper. But during the time of the tribulation period, we will have to wait for the martyrs. They will be joining us at some point, as well as the two witnesses, and they will eventually be regenerated. And the tribulation period will end with us, we the believers, who are coming back for Armageddon. Some of us will be joining the angel forces to coming down to defeat the one world army. And all the people of that army, they're not innocent. None of them are innocent. They're all evil. They've all made a Luciferian vow. They have bowed to Satan, and they are total God haters, as the Bible says, as you can read in the book of Revelation. So some of us will be joining the angel armies and coming down to wipe out the one world army, and to help get rid of the Antichrist and the false prophet. Again, not everyone will have a horse to fly on, or will have battle armor, or will take place in the actual battle itself. The Bible talks about how some people will be joining the singing procession with instruments, tambourines, and voices and stuff like that will lead the way to the Battle of Armageddon. So there's going to be a lot of believers that are just singing and praising the Lord as the Lord and the angel armies and the redeemed armies come down to the earth to get rid of the evil down there, so we can set up the kingdom for 1,000 years of peace. And during the after the battle, we're going to be going throughout the planet looking for the remnant of survivors, those who have survived Armageddon. And the transition between the age of grace and the 1,000 years of peace, the Bible talks about how how the sun will change, and the sun's going to burn 7 times brighter, meaning that the sun, our sun that we see in the sky, is going to go through another stage of its existence. It's going to expand. It's going to either increase intensity and stay the same size. Either way, it's going to burn 7 times brighter, which means when it does that, I believe a shock wave will come out of the sun, and that will be the great earth shake that shakes the entire planet. And the Bible says during that time, not a single stone will be left on top of another. All the buildings will be reduced to rubble. So everything that we've made during the 21st century and all other centuries in the past will be reduced to rubble when God starts things over. And the heat wave that comes from the new sun will burn everything. It's going to burn with such intensity that the hills will melt like wax and whatnot. Plus, it'll burn off any radiation, any pollution. So God is going to start off the 1,000 years of peace with a brand new planet, totally burnt out, totally clean, and totally cleansed of all impurities and pollutants. And then he'll start the regrowth and everything. And during that time, we will be looking for the people who have survived. People in bomb shelters, people in underground malls and parking lots and things like that. So one of the things that we'll be doing is finding the people, because there will be a time of the judging of the nations. At the beginning of the 1,000 years of peace, there'll be a 75-day period where the nations will be judged. So everybody that is found will be judged, and they'll be sent on their particular way. But there's also another plan that the Lord has for the chosen, for the Jewish people. There's a 75-day period where they will have their resurrection day. So all the Jews in the past will be resurrected, and some will be chosen to live and exist and thrive during the 1,000 years of peace, and some will be separated. So that's another one of the things that we'll be doing, is we will be part of the gathering of the remnant of survivors of Armageddon, of the apocalypse, of the transition to the 1,000 years of peace. Then after that 1,000 years of peace, we'll get to enjoy ourselves doing whatever it is we want to do. And then after that will be the final time of judgment at the end of the 1,000 years of peace. And then God will make a new heaven and a new earth. And then we'll have a lot more stuff to do after that. And you can see some of my other videos, some of the games that I believe we'll be playing. Because apart from the responsibilities we will have during the 1,000 years of peace and after, there will also be a lot of fun times too. So anyway, that's it. Just some of the stuff that I believe we'll be doing as believers. There's a lot more to do than just go to heaven and enjoy things. There'll be a lot of praising to do, a lot of worshiping of the Lord, a lot of singing, and we'll even get to see what manna tastes like when we get to the wedding supper of the Lamb, when we the bride are married to the bridegroom Jesus, to receive our authority there. Okay, anyway, that's it. Just a little spiel and a general overview of some of the stuff that we'll be doing once we've been raptured. It's heaven, the wedding supper, the battle of Armageddon, looking for the survivors, and then enjoying life and times during the 1,000 years of peace, and then enjoying the universe after that. Okay, that's it. Thanks. We'll talk to you later. Be a blessing to someone. The Lord will be back soon. The rapture's happening anytime. Okay, see ya. Bye.